table representation of hopefully not everybody being on the same table that happens to know each other would suggest you've hopefully done what most of us as a species do, establish who we are, where we've come from, what we're interested in, or what the common purpose of why I think you're here this evening, and hopefully the results that can be achieved by this very diverse representation of personal, professional skills, knowledge, experience and wisdom. My name's Geoff Thompson. I'm hosting the workshop. You have Janice Argyle-Thompson, founder and co-chair of the Youth Charter, Peter Raymond, who's part of the Youth Charter team, Product and Development. Cheryl Rickson is one of the newest additions to the Youth Charter team. She has the Greater Manchester representation, and Candice Wood represents Birmingham, and she's been just recently recruited to join a very, very threadbare team initially, but a growing team that gives me a lot more sleep at night. But primarily, this is a very important milestone and a very important journey. We're going to attempt to do in 2 hours what we normally achieve in Africa terms, normally a good half day, and it means a full day of intense challenge, experiences, opportunities. This is where the real value of what we do, how we do it, what we hopefully bring together on the basis of what we are all collectively committed to doing, empowering our young people, and when they're not, the consequences of it is what we try and put right. I'm here because I was invited to be here, so I'm going to hand over to the host, Sharon Thompson, who's not related, but I'm sure within our heritage and ancestry there must be something. I'm told of Scottish missionary heritage, by the way, for those who are looking to see their name behind them. But Sharon will introduce you, because that's our protocol, and then we will hopefully share the next couple of hours with them what we hope to achieve.
Hi everyone. And thank you to all of you for coming out this afternoon. I was going to say afternoon, it's evening now. And I'll just give you a little bit of history. My name is Sharon Thomas, not Thompson. So it's
I was inducting you.
So it's Sharon Thomas, and Geoff and I have met several times over the years. I don't know how many years it's spanned, maybe about 20 years. But most recently, like the last time was 3 years ago, and that was through the Hope for Cheetham. I don't know if anyone's heard about the Hope for Cheetham. Anyone knows anything about it? Right, okay. I'll give you just a couple of sentences. I won't go into the long story about it, but what it is, the Hope for Cheetham is a group of providers of youth activities in the Cheetham Hill area. And what happened, we were approached by a Youth Empowerment Fund because they were looking for areas within the country, particular cities, were being focused on, particularly with those high levels of violence, youth violence. And they came to Manchester, they approached Manchester Local Authority, and Cheetham Hill was seen as the area that needed the most help. So therefore, 3 years ago, we were formed, and we've been working together ever since, and we've been facilitated by Young Manchester, who are there to support us along the way. During that time, we launched it 2 years ago. So we launched to the community, we had a fun day, and we invited Geoff Thompson to come along and introduce himself, give a talk, give his experiences of working with young people, particularly around violence, which went down really well. And we've kind of kept in touch since. And recently we've been in touch, I think it was in June, where I was approached concerning this project that we're now talking about. And after that meeting where we was talking about it coming up in September, we'll go through the summer holidays first and we'll start September, October time, only to find out that we've tragically lost the life of Ibrahim Seck in Moston. And that pushed it forward. So 2 weeks after that, we had a roundtable discussion where we brought members of the community in the Cheetham Hill together, because we're all talking about what is it that we can do as a group in the community that can help each other. And at the same time, we also had another families that were experiencing threat to life of their young children. So that kind of put it all together. So we came together with this roundtable discussion, and we found out from that that there is ways that we can help and support each other. There was knowledge around the table, and the most important thing is that we were listening, because what they felt was that they were being ignored constantly. There was no communication happening. They felt very alone. But after that first meeting, they felt very much supported. And from that, we then had another meeting, which then brought somebody else who was having problems in their area. And we just felt that this is something that we need to build on, based on the members of the community and those other local agencies and organisations to come together and look at how we can support. But the most important thing was about listening to what people were saying and just providing that support. So that's why we've ended up now, and we're calling ourselves the Cheetah Mill Collective, and here we are today. So I hand over.